New day, new verse. We continue on into Isaiah. Today we're going to be picking up with chapter 49, verses 10 and 11. Father God, thank you for this time. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you that you honor it all. Thank you that you see us through. Thank you that you are with us. You never let us go and that we are never without you. Lord, lead the way. In your name, amen. As a heads up, tomorrow's Fridays is going to be uploaded a little bit later, probably closer to like 3 in the afternoon Pacific time, but just wanted to give you guys the heads up there. Digging on into it, starting at verse 10. They will neither hunger nor thirst. The searing sun will not reach them anymore. For Yahweh in his mercy will lead them. He will lead them beside cool waters. And I will make my mountains into level paths for them. The highways will be raised above the valleys. I really wanted to pause here because I love the fact that just for that moment, Yahweh, he puts himself directly into it. It's something that we've seen him constantly doing from Genesis all the way through the Bible, and that if we're looking and paying attention, we'll see him doing even now, in the good and in the bad. It's not just an understanding of a verse of Job. It's my own experience. And it's why I wanted to pause here today. Now, normally I'd put my video upright so it feels a little bit more personal. I did it on the width on this way, actually so y'all could see that. And the reason is to get to the core of this. That I use as an earthquake detector. I live in the third most seismically active state in the Union, and my body twitches. Because of how much of my spine I have damaged, I don't always notice if an earthquake is taking place. In fact, I don't. The one time we had an earthquake and that thing was going, it let me know we were having an earthquake. I didn't know. My back was twitching and violently shaking, and my entire body was spasming. Yay. I say that, one, because I don't want anybody freaking out about that, and two, because I want to get to the core of why verses like these matter so much to me. Not only are they a beautiful nod to Psalm 23, something that, I'm pretty sure most of us have it in this, even in the King James Version. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow, or at least in some version. I also love keeping it in context that comes after Psalm 22. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. A play-by-play of what happened to Jesus. And that moment of knowing that he is triumphant and true to lead us through. Because all too often we will have rah-rah moments about the yay, look how beautiful and sunny and warm and shiny and good it is. Instead of owning the fact that sometimes stuff sucks. Like pain sucks. Depression sucks. Addiction sucks. Bipolarness sucks. I mean, pick it. The chains that we go through, they suck. The giants we have to deal with are a pain in the ass. And the walls in the way are just destructive. They're maddening. And yes, putting this on my own is helping distract a little bit. These verses are really easy to say when everything is going well. It's an act of faith to say them when you're hungry, when you're thirsty, when you're hurting. Because it's acknowledging that God is true. And when we truly have that place of knowing, when we can say like Jesus, no, I've got bread that you don't know about. Like my Father has fed me. I'm doing his work. We good. How many times did Paul not get to sleep? How many times did the disciples forget to eat? We live in a land of plenty, and because of it, we've become, fat, sluggish, and kind of dumb. We've become the Church of Corinth, and not for the good. And I pray that we will become like the Macedon Church instead. That we will give even when we have lack, because we know that God is our provider. That we will not worry about how it's seen to, because we know God sees to it. Because that's the core of the heart that can say these verses even in the dark. So that I can declare these verses in triumph even when it's hard to see them, to read them. then I can say, He has led me beside still waters. He has given me food to eat and drink to nourish me. That He has protected me from the blistering sun. That He has made the mountains low and the valleys high. That the way through has become smooth. And I can say that because He's the one feeding me in the core of my being, so that each day I wake up not just knowing that it's not promised to anyone, so yay, it's a gift, but that even when I yelp in pain waking up because of ow, then I know it is a day He will see me through because He saw fit to give me the day. It's not about a teeth gritted strength. It's not about a false worldly strength of, I'll make it through, I'm not making the face, it hurts too much. It's not about making that stupid face and living a life built on adrenaline and suffering. It's one that's made of peace and rest. There's a reason it's really funny reading the man named Noah, rest, walked with the Lord, and solidly a nod to a Psalm 1. Don't stand, sit, or lay in the presence of the wicked, evil, those who are against the Lord. The invitation is to be able to trust in the doing, so that when we read the words of Job, when he says, "Does God not give God gives the good day? Should we not also take the bad?" It's not just a platitude; it's words of wisdom that have gone through the world of seeing Proverbs, where yes, the good are rewarded and the bad are called out. Gone through the wisdom and knowledge of Ecclesiastes that, yep, sometimes the good gets screwed, chance happens to everybody, death's coming for you, and the random sense of life usually is just kind of bitter, cruel, sweet. All the way to the understanding of Job, that He is sovereign over all of it, and naked we come and naked we leave. The very first breath, His name. The very last breath, His name on either end. Each precious moment we're given a gift, an opportunity to love others and to bless as we are blessed. To do something for the sake of others, whether it's being taking a moment to rest so that we can be of more use to others, or just being there. And if you want to know the answer about, well, wow, what am I supposed to do? Love the other person enough to listen to them, to help them in the way they say they need. Because if you spend enough time with the person and really pay attention to them and what's going on, something that takes concerted effort, purposeful choice, and a hell of a lot of attention, the people will talk to you and tell you what they're going through, what they're dealing with, even if they don't say it. People are always happy to speak. They just don't give a shit to listen. I am glad we have a God who does. A God whom we can go to and bear it all. It's the Spirit and truth. How are you supposed to be able to talk to God in spirit and truth if you won't be real with yourself? That's why I'm bearing out so much here with these verses in regards to the physical crap, because normally I prefer to keep it to myself. Twofold. One, I don't like pity for the sake of pity. And two, because I don't want to judge pain and compare pain. It's stupid to me. So, well, I don't go through that level of pain, so it must not be. You're going through your own shitload of pain. I'm stubborn. Really f***ing stubborn. Pretty sure I just heard an echo of Yep downstairs. Don't compare your pain with mine, nor will I compare my pain with yours. Instead, I will listen with you. Listen to you. And sit with you in it. Not pulling a shoulda, coulda, woulda like Job's 3 friends, shoulda, coulda, and woulda, but actually being there and listening. Just to go, wow, that's some shit, Joe. You've been through a lot, man. And I'm sorry. I know that doesn't make it better, but I'm sorry you've gone through so much. I'm sorry that life has kicked you up down one side of the street and down the other. And I'm sorry the darkness and pain have been a constant friend, especially in this latest season. I'm sorry it hurts. I'm sorry for the weight you carry. hurts. I don't know how it hurts, but I know it hurts. I know your pain is unique to you. And I know it's pain that was borne on that cross that day. He knew it all. So that as we go through it in the moment, we have a God who knows what it's like and is right there with us, hand on our shoulder, carrying us in his arms, reminding us it'll be okay. We don't know how. We know who. We don't know why or when. We truly trust the God who says, I see you. And we know he will. That is faith. Not blind, not unassured, not grasping at straws in the dark. True, real relationship faith founded in trust. He got you through every single day. He got you through every single moment. He got you here just to tell you he loves you. And if you will trust him, you will never be the same. That you will know food even when you are hungry. You will know drink even when you are thirsty. That you will know shade even in the blistering sun. And that no matter what valley or mountain may come your way, you will walk on level ground. Solid as a rock. Gentle as the wind. Because we're no longer walking and going by our own understanding. We're running on air. The Spirit living by faith. And is that not what it is? Faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. Well, we've covered two already, so let's get into the third. That source of hope, it's born of trusting him and recognizing the love he has, and recognizing the faithfulness that he is and brings, and having faith and hope, true hope. No matter what comes, we will be seen through. Not an optimism of, oh, hey, it's wonderful and it's working out well. A hope that says, yep, the pain may suck ass right now. It is really dark and I am desperate for the morning. It is pain that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, and it is a weight I am tired of carrying. Yet I know there is hope because he is faithful. And yes, it may hurt. But what's 120 years compared to the light of eternity? Going off of the Genesis one. It may hurt for a moment. But what is a moment in light of the whole day? It may hurt for a season. But what is the season in compared to the year? What's a year compared to a lifetime? When we get his perspective, it's a lot easier. The only way we have eyes to see and ears to hear and mouths that speak, hearts that truly love, is if we see through his eyes, hear through his ears, speak his love, born out of the love that's in here. Because we remember who he is and what he's done. And so can live who we were always meant to be. Make the choice now. Fall in love with your first love, the one who made your soul. And may his favor be upon you. And know that you're loved. God willing, I'll see you.